Peace, family. Grand Rising Israelite. I'm here to talk about now. Our slogan for Glolal is now is the time. Most of our people are not aware of now. Not fully aware of now. People have glimpses of now because now is right now, but the human mind has been conditioned to focus on past and future. It very rarely focuses in now. The only time it focuses in now is when you're actually performing a task. If you're good at what you do, your concentration is in what you're doing in that moment. If you're a surgeon, then when you're doing surgery, you're focusing on the procedure. If you don't, you're liable to make a mistake. If you're a truck driver, or just an operator of the road, a regular driver, you must focus your attention on that road. Those who are distracted, either in thought or, well, let's not say either in thought, because everything is in thought. Even if someone is there distracting you, or say you drop something and change your attention or change your focus, you lose sight of the road and you may get into an accident. If you're thinking about, while you're driving, vacation, and your attention is in the beach, you're liable to create an accident or be involved in one, because your reflexes is not going to be as sharp. Even if someone else's is at fault, you will be distracted because your concentration, your focus is somewhere else. Your attention is somewhere else. They call it daydreaming. Some people get so involved in their thinking or in a conversation on the phone that they just lose their attention is somewhere else. It's not fully engaged in now. Right now is always right now. It's never gone. It's just your attention is focused somewhere else. It comes and goes. Your attention is just shifts to different ideals or different phenomenons in life, whether it be a person, place, or thing. Your attention just go out. Wherever attention goes, energy flows. So back to the power of now, what I really want to get at is that, because that is your freedom. That is how you're going to really know what's going on. When you are aware, because this is about consciousness of now and the power of now. It's power in now, because it's also called omnipresent. Omnipresent is present always. And that is an attribute that has been given to God alone, along with omnipotent, meaning all-powerful, and omniscience, which is all-knowing. All of that is right now. That's universal intelligence. That's what created the universe. Omnipresent. It's an intelligence, not so much as the intellect or knowledge. It's before knowledge, because knowledge has a beginning, like the birth of the sun. It has a beginning, so therefore it has an end. Anything that has a beginning have an end. The light, let there be light. The light was clicked off. To say let there be light guarantees the fact that there had to be darkness before it was uttered, let there be light. It guarantees it. And if you use your mind's eye right now and you envision the heavens, you will see your solar system The stars, moon, planets, all sitting in supreme darkness. The sun, all of it, is sitting in darkness. Darkness is omnipresent. And that doesn't change because you're contained within the planet's atmospheres. Darkness still exists. You're on a traveling ship called planet Earth. Just a new term for it. It had many names. Depending on your understanding and knowledge of cultures, it had many names. Tiamat, Gaia, Eridu, and many more. But this is a traveling ship or planet, a living organism that's traveling through space and time. Right now. But our focus, we're distracted by person, places, and things. So most people are not even conscious of that. They feel it doesn't matter. But it does matter because intelligence is allowing you to breathe right now. Your body has its own intelligence. You're not in control of that. But most human beings, we've been conditioned to believe we have to be in control, that we're in control of what's happening. And the mind needs that to feel comfortable. Because most people feel if they're not in control, their life is a mess. And it is because you don't know who you are. So you have to plan things. That's what you've been taught. That's part of the condition. You have to plan to do this and plan to do that. You're not aware that there's a universe, an intelligence that is allowing everything to happen, including the solar system, the movement of the planets, the movement of time, equinox, time, which time is calculated by the rotations of planets and stars and moons. But all of that is still happening within now, just like it's happening within darkness. Darkness and now is synonymous. It simply is. It's not changing like everything else. It's not coming and going. It doesn't have a beginning or end. It just simply is. Even when your physical form leaves and dies, as they say, you dematerialize, now will still be here. Darkness will still be here. If the whole solar system explodes, every planet in it, darkness will still be. But there's one entity in the scripture that didn't have a beginning or end. No birth date, no birth record. That's in the book of Hebrews. They call this being Melchizedek. He has no beginning or no end. He is compared to now. Right now. He's compared to supreme darkness, omnipresence. Anything that doesn't have a beginning or end is the only thing that doesn't have a beginning or end, or no birth record, that is not born and die, is now, is darkness. But this Melchizedek, who they describe as the king of Salam, or king of peace, Salam is an Arabic word meaning peace, this being is taught to be a physical entity. He met Abraham in the book of Genesis. And Abraham gives him a 10th part of his wealth. Because he is the high priest after the order of the Most High. And even Jesus was made a high priest after the order of Melchizedek. After the order of Melchizedek means that he came after Melchizedek. Which picks up in Revelation where it says, where Jesus said, I'm going to send my angel to prepare the way for me, for my arrival. He's going to send his angel. This angel is Melchizedek. He has different names in the Quran. They call him El-Kidr. He's known as the Ancient of Days, Father Time. The time is now to speak on this. From me, Hotep Talamun, because I haven't came out with this type of information in a while. I can't remember when I did it. Maybe when we had True Light Ministries during that time. But now is the time. Why? Because if you're not aware of now, and you're not focused and grounded in now, you're not going to know what time it is. you're not going to know what signs to look for to help you in this day and time, to help us in this day and time. If you're closing your eyes to what is happening in this world, then it's either out of fear, because you don't want to see and acknowledge what is happening, because you're afraid that you're in hell. And you are, if you're not aware of now. If you're not totally aware of now, and that means spending time in now. Spending your time in now. How do you do that? Through meditation. Or really through shifting your attention to that space, which is observing time of past and future, and even right now. So those who are in hell, this is a state of consciousness. Just like what they're calling hell, all of this is a state of consciousness. Heaven and hell is a state of consciousness that you're experiencing right now. Some people are experiencing hell right now. They're not at peace. Anytime your peace is disturbed, you are feeling hell. You are experiencing hell. A form of hell. Some people's hell is so severe that they can't sleep at night. They can't even, they're walking around totally afraid. They're scared that something is going to get them. They're scared to walk out in the street. They might get ran over by a car. People are afraid of being lonely. People are afraid of being alone. People are afraid of failing, not having enough money, being homeless. People are afraid of succeeding. Because if you succeed, then you might fail. You might lose it all. All that's based on attachments. It's based on you're not being aware of the power of now. Melchizedek is always right now. Like we said, he's omnipresent. He has no beginning, no end of day, no mother or father. But the form that Melchizedek takes, because we all are, the body is a vessel that contains a spirit and a soul. And all of that is being observed through consciousness, through the I am principle, through the divine principle. And even I am is being observed by way of darkness. And you are all of that. You would have to be if everything came from the darkness and the light manifested and the light breathed into the body and the body came from the earth and the earth came from the light and the darkness and animated the body, and all of that is simultaneously right now. You are the darkness and the light and the body. You are solid, liquid, and gas. You have blood. You have liquid. The body is what? 3/4 water. The planet is 75% water, something like that. 75, 85, maybe 95, I forget. But the majority is water. This thing is water. This is water. Melchizedek is now. If Jesus was sending his angel, and Melchizedek has already came, and that's a fact. Because you could go in the book of Daniel and there's 2 angels or 3 angels, and 2 of them is asking one about this book. And this angel says, close the book because the people are not ready. The book is knowledge. It's full of, it's the record, the Akasha record. It's the history, the truth, the absolute truth. When everything has been completed, or how things are unfolding. It's the secret. Everybody wants that book because if you got that book, then you can predict things. You might can predict what racehorse is going to win. And you, like Back to the Future, you go back or forward, you got the book. You can place a bet, boom. You got it. So, Melchizedek was the forerunner of the Messiah. Now, he already came. Because all the information is here. You go on the internet. There's nothing that you can't find out right now. Spiritually, metaphysically, historically, even the future. I mean, everybody, all of it is here right now. The prophecy has been fulfilled. The Bible, the Quran, all of that has been fulfilled. What is left? Even if you don't believe in the Bible, it don't matter. Because the signs of the time is evident in the scriptures. It's not something that you got to guess. You can really look. If you don't believe in the Bible, you don't believe in it, and you know a little bit of information, and it all came from Egypt and all that. And the stories was reenactment of the cosmos and the solar system, all that. Because as above, so below. So anything that happened in the cosmos is manifesting in the physical. So we're an expression of the cosmos. You have a solar system called the solar plex, and there's atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons, all happening right now. The whole universe is in you. Behold, the kingdom of God is within you. St. James 17:21, it says. Or St. Luke 17:21, one of the two. Look it up. It's there. The whole kingdom is inside of you. So if Melchizedek came, then the only thing left is Jesus. In the Hebrew language, his name is Yahshua, Arabic, Isa, ancient Sumer, Tammuz, Senenda. I mean, you can just keep going on finding Haru, Horus, Yan, you know, you just keep going on. I was going to say Yanun. Yeah, we can say Yanun. Because the truth is, like the scripture said, that the Jesus of 2,000 years ago said, ye are all gods, St. John 10:34. And Psalms 82:6 says, ye are gods, children of the Most High. How are you gods? Even 1 John say, as many as believe on me, to them I give the power to become the sons of God. Or Allah. And don't be scared by the word Allah if you don't understand the Arabic language and you get lost in Islam. All of this with this one family. Abraham had 2 sons, and both sons produced the sons. And if you want to say Abraham is Anu, then Anu had Enki and Enlil, and Enki and Enlil had women, and they produced, and boom, 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 here we are. Genesis, right now. Genealogy, right now. This is about your gene. The gene is passed on. This is immortality. This is how you're living. This is how the ancestors are living right now. In your gene. That's how you're being guided. All you got to do is acknowledge them. People are looking for some phenomenon that is happening right now. And you know what? It has always been happening right now. Your attention has just been distracted by the things of the world. That's why it says, come out of her, my people. Do not partake of her plagues. They're not saying physically, they're saying take your attention away from it. Because you're involving yourself in the nonsense of the world. You're involving yourself. You can't see your way out because you are seduced by the pleasures of your senses, of your physical body and your sense of touch, taste, smell, hear. You want all of it stimulated right now, all the time. You're missing the one true sense, which is perception. Because your attention is so seduced by the 5 that the one is being overlooked. The one true, the empowerment, the power is being overlooked. The power, which is the power of now. Your perception of now and how to keep your attention in now. Even while you're doing things and your attention can go out, but you return it to now. So that you can see clearly with clairvoyance what day and time we in and your ability to affect the day and time we're in. You have unlimited power and don't know how to use it. So people like Jesus and Melchizedek have to come, open up schools to select among men those who are ready to become one like the Most High. To unify, to be one like them, and them is like the Most High. Because it's only the one playing as the many. The only thing that's making you feel like an individual is your individual body and your senses. And your conditioning, your conditioned mind. What the information that you've been programmed with. Once you return into now, you will see clear. You will break the spell of the conditioning right now. And it's not even hard. It's just, it appears to be hard because that's what your mind is going to tell you because it's been trained to say that. That's why I had to come up with Omni-You. That was my job as a Christ-like being, to come up with this, Omni-You, and the power, and discovering the power within you. My job was to really to prepare myself for the coming of the Lamb. So that I will be in now, slowing down time, removing time, grounding in now, and being able to listen for the truth. How did I know the truth? Because I met Melchizedek, he was my teacher, and he taught it to me by way of the facts. His first thing was, don't believe a word I say, check it out. So you got to do research. This is about, that part of the journey was about studying, investigating. Wasn't about no belief. It wasn't even about faith. You had to have it in order to get to the point of knowing. But it was about the facts, evidence. You can research things now. You can find, they got satellites that you can access through your iPad and your iPhone and go to wherever you want on the planet and see the street. That's some serious technology. And that's just a glimpse of what is available. But you're not aware of it because you're trapped in time, in past. You're so satisfied with the crumbs on the master table that you are afraid to get the power. How can you be afraid to get the power of God that is within you? It's there. Ain't nobody going to trick you. You can be tricked because you're not aware. So get the awareness first, then go get the knowledge. So if somebody's teaching you, it won't matter what they say because you're grounded in now and you'll be able to see the bullshit before it comes. Time slows down, like in slow motion when you're in now. So you're seeing. Come across your field of awareness in slow motion. So you can see the bullet and slip it. And it goes right on by. That's being in now. The Messiah that you're looking for is here. We're in 2018 going to 2019. We are 400 years from 1619, which match up perfectly with Genesis chapter 15. Being in a land, a stranger in a land that's not of your own, because you came, well, they're going to say you came from Africa, although we were all here, and before they were calling it Africa, we all know this was Pangea, guy, it was one landmass, and then it split, continental drift, then they started naming North America, South America, but all of this. But since they named it that, and they want to, and the story says, you will be in a land that's not of your own, and they want to say that we're Africans and we was enslaved, and Donald Trump signs H.R. 1242 to confirm that the 400 years of slavery in America, your story, they trying to define your story for you. But we'll take that. because a lot of our family did come over here in bondage. But we know that some of us are already here as Native Americans. The Almacs, the Zooaztec, we were already here. And all the other names that were broken down from that. Whatever, the Yamasee, whatever, all the other names. Black, dark, and some of the light, because we mixed in with the Shin Dynasty or the Chinese. I won't get too deep into the doctrine, because then people are going to try to pick that apart. I want to keep you focusing now so that you can see who is here right now, trying to save you. Save you from what? From yourself. And I'm not him. I'm the one, I'm the Messiah. I'm one of the Messiahs. Because it literally says that 144,000 will be raised, purifiable one. I am not of the 144,000. I'm one to raise 144,000, which are the children, the virgins, the one that will not be touched by the devil. Because we're bringing them out in our living rooms. We're setting up tubs, birthing tubs, and giving birth to them right here, and nobody's touching them and taking their placenta and then creating pills out of it so that other people can live longer without your permission, and doing voodoo and doing all kinds of stuff on you and creating birth records, which are what do they call it, warehouse receipts. The birth certificate, a warehouse receipt, logging it and then trading you on the internet like a document, like a bond. Cattle. We've been tricked. Accept it. So what? We're in now. You've been tricked. It's not nothing to be ashamed of. It ain't nothing to be afraid of. Damn the devil. Find your power in now. You are more powerful than the devil. The devil can't touch you. He couldn't touch Job. He could only set the stage. You gotta walk the path. Can't touch you unless you give yourself over. We're in 2000 and coming in 2019. You think the Messiah is going to come on some spook way? He's going to come like one of you. It says it in 1 John, I think chapter 3 or 4, that he coming, we going to see him as he is because he's just like us. It literally says that. We're going to see him as he is because he's just like us. We all know that, everybody should know by now that he had, the Revelation says, eyes of flaming fire, hair of wool, feet of burnt brass. You know you're talking about a brother. Hair of wool. What other animal, what other person on this planet got woolly hair? Come on. Don't kid yourself. Take the perm out. You're a seed of God. You are the lamb. Why do you think they call him the lamb? What do you think the lamb has? Straight hair or woolly hair? Woolly hair. All the clues is there. You don't want to pay attention to the clues because you're afraid. I already know your problem because I was afraid too when I wasn't grounded in now, when I didn't have the knowledge, the overstanding, not the understanding of truth. You will perish for the lack of knowledge. You can't perish for the lack of awareness because awareness don't go nowhere. Your body just dematerializes, you just become part of the ethers that we breathe. And then the women will just use your bacteria to produce more babies. Because that's all the body is, bacteria. They breathe it in through their nose and it forms around the spirit or the ka. And you know, Egyptian word ka is spirit, forms around the spirit, here's the flesh being another one coming from your dust. Wake up. We have an opportunity right now because the prophecy has been fulfilled to elect. Prince El Mahdi. The one who's going to come must have the most information and the best business plan and business model to set this planet on the right course. If you think your ancestors are going to help you, are going to do it for you, you got another thing coming. They made you in their image and after their likeness, the Elohim, the Anunnaki, whatever you want to call them. You were created, you are an offshoot of them, an offspring through your DNA, through your genealogy. So you are responsible for the caretaker of the planet. That's your job. That's our job. The ancient ones will help you. If you need extra force, they will give it to you. But they're not going to do nothing for you until you show that you're going to do it for yourself. You got to walk through here fearless. And you got to swallow that pride, that ego pride and all that garbage. And just stop fighting and debating about who's right and who's wrong. The story is simple. This ain't deep. What we're sharing ain't deep. It's deep to you because you're not aware. Because you've been brain poisoned. I won't say brainwashed, because if you're brainwashed, that means your brain has been cleaned. So you're not brainwashed. You've been dope. Banzoogle, run them up. They all said it. They just didn't have enough of it. It wasn't time for our predecessors, those our ancestors of the past, Malcolm, Marcus Garvey, Noble Drew Ali, Elijah Muhammad, Deuce Ali, it wasn't time. It wasn't even time. Melchizedek just came to prepare the way. He comes and goes. He raises up a priesthood and see who's going to emerge out of it. He already knows what's going to happen. He's been doing this for eons of time. So he already knows one going to raise up from among us. It got to come through the womb of a woman. It got to be one of us. How would it be able to communicate to us if it didn't understand our plight, our plight, what we've been through? It had to have experienced everything that we've experienced. It had to be thrown in jail. That's why all the leaders have been in jail, because you can't come here and be a Messiah and not be hated by the world. It literally says, if the world hates you, know that it hated me before you. So you cannot come here and be a righteous being and not be hated by the world. The few are going to love you. But then we're in a day and time. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to say, I was going to say we're in a day and time where the most will love you. I'm going to say that ain't true. Some people are going to accept the Messiah because it's just going to make sense. And because it makes sense, it makes dollars. And that's what they can understand. Like most of you understand dollars. Dollars and cents. Which is really only paper. Is what's backing the dollars and cents, because the cents ain't even silver and gold no more either. So you got copper and all that, which has some value, but not like the gold and silver, and the land with the oil, and the other material that they making cell phones out of and making trillions of dollars out of rocks in the earth, crystals. Your Messiah is here. You people of the order of Melchizedek, you people that walk the path I walk, you're supposed to be looking for one like him. Without ego. He must be without ego. If you're using your third eye as you say you have, you know that he was cloning himself. Because you know that the devil wanted to wipe him out. So he had to put himself through the Ruach, through the soul. He had to put himself, his spirit, into each and every one of us. If you receive him, to many as receive me, to them I give the power to become the sons of Allah. You had to receive him, meaning you had to humble yourself and recognize his authority based on what he was producing. Not what he was saying, but what he produced. The facts are here. Even now, the books are still here. And you can't dispute it. The only thing you could do is talk about what the devil said he did in his personal life. Not the information, not the facts that he gave you, but you want to judge him on his personal, which they control the media, which they control the stage. They did the same. That's what we said. The devil, he can only set the stage. They're controlling the media. They putting out the music, the most raunchiest music they can find to keep you bumping and shaking and distracted from finding the power of now. Sex is just to keep you so stimulated that you will never raise your chakra. Because you will always be trapped in your root chakra. You will not escape the root chakra. I know I was one of the horniest niggas on the planet. So I know what I'm talking about. I didn't get here by not going through the school. My dad used to say, you think with your penis. He used to always say that. He was right. But so he did the same thing though. I broke the spell, brother. I done opened up all my chakras. Now I'm arrived as pure awareness. The crown chakra, one with the Most High. Wake up. Find out what's going on. Check out our videos, all of them. Because your Messiah that you're waiting for is here. Peace.